Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Maverick Highlights or Maverick Mondays, where we highlight the key components of everything that you want in your life is within your control. That by doing it different, by figuring out the different formulas, the different ways, by not following the masses, you can create an abundance in your world. This is Maverick Mondays. We're Facebook Live in here. This is Paul Finck, the Maverick Millionaire, and we're talking about how to do it different, create a difference in your life one step at a time, and how to create a magnitude of abundance in your world by doing just that. We today are going to talk about, well, a little bit about parenting, a little bit about sales, a little bit about business, and, well, the key component is how all of it is connected, how all those things are absolutely key components on and have to do with how you show up and the words that you say, the lessons that you speak, and how you live your life. We're going to be talking about all that and more right here on Maverick Mondays. And it is so great to be here. We have been busy just creating a magnitude of connection with our audience, which all of you, and I know I speak to a ton of entrepreneurs out there, all of you should be doing the same. We've been traveling all around the country and around the world and connecting people to people, connecting one-on-one. I'm a firm believer in there's only so much that you can do online. You must get offline, get in front of people. And what the old expression was, belly button to belly button, to make it work, to make it happen in our world. People still connect with people. People still connect one-on-one, and you must do that to really create the success that you're looking for in your world and in your life. So we're going to be talking about a couple different things in parenting. Most of you know that I am father to 6 children, 3 sets of twins. And, well, with that, I tease my children that they have been the best focus group, the best guinea pigs in the world to test out my theories on how the world works and really how to communicate and how to connect with people and how to make things happen. And they have grown up to be just amazing human beings. I look up to each and every one of them, and because they've really created themselves to be just great people. And in this day and age, I got to say that seems to be just a rarer and rarer component to meet just good people. And people that show up the way they say they're going to show up, that do what they say they're going to do, and behave in a way that seems to be congruent with how they want to be perceived. And that is what I taught my children. Lesson 1, show up being consistent in who you are, congruent in how you want to be. You want to be really good at business. You want to create high success in business. Same thing applies. You want to be a really good parent. Same thing applies. Be consistent. Just keep showing up consistently every single day in the way that serves your community, serves your family, serves, in this case, as a parent, your children. Just keep showing up in the same way every day. Now, that doesn't mean, and so often I hear people say, like, parenting means you've got to be like, it's quantity, not quality. At least they don't exactly say it in that way, but that tends to be what they mean. Hey, Shantae, how are you? Chantel, sorry about that. How are you? Thumbs up. Yes, comment here. And I was reading the names differently, and because, well, sometimes your eyesight can play tricks on you. So that being said, Chantel, it's a pleasure having you here. And there are several other people that I know that are coming on board and looking to listen in. Hey, and and make it happen. And absolutely comment here, whether you're listening to this as a rebroadcast or listening to it live right now, absolutely comment. And I for these comments, and I look to engage with all of you. That's one of the purposes for being here. So comment, and let's get into some conversation about what's going on in your life and what you're really looking for. Always looking for suggestions on what to talk about during Maverick Mondays and ongoing in my training. I do a ton of training all around the country, and always interested in what really makes people tick and what they want to hear about. I've been in sales and marketing and entrepreneurship for over 33, almost 34 years now, and absolutely have a huge background in business, sales, negotiations, and bring it all to the table right here. So anything that you're looking to have information on, we can be talking about. That being said, I was really keyed in. We've been doing just a ton of stuff with our children recently. They're involved in a lot of different things, and my children aren't so children anymore. My last set of twins, and yes, I've got 3 sets of twins, 6 children, and my last set are just rounding out their senior year in high school. They're 17 now, and they are going to college, and it seems right around the corner. Only this coming August, they'll be in college. And so their older twins are now already freshmen in college, and their siblings, the third set, are actually 22, about to turn 23. So we're talking about older adults here. And so what I've done is I've proven the test of time over time and watched the techniques and strategies. Like I said, my children have been some of my best guinea pigs, and really practiced what I preached. And I show up consistently across the board. At least that's my goal every single day. And I showed up for them consistently over the last 22, 18, and 17 years to be the person that they can rely on, they can turn to, and also someone that shows up to be the example for them. And it's one of those things that I think all too often parents miss. I've seen 2 types of parents, or two types of, not the only types of parents, but 2 types I want to talk about now are the ones that are overbearing, the ones that are on top of their children 24/7, that absolutely feel that their role as a parent is to be their children's lives, that they don't have a life of their own, that they live vicariously through their child, and that they serve their child every day of the week, and that's their life. I'm a firm believer in role modeling for my children, in teaching them what I want their life to be. And my goal for them isn't to be, well, as so many parents end up saying, trapped by their children, trapped by their circumstance. They get to design their life. They get to design how they're living. And so, they're not forced to spend time with us. They get to spend time with us. They choose to spend time with us. We never force them, especially once they got to be later year teens. This was really key, and something that my wife and I both agreed on, is that we wanted them to be free to choose when we're showing up to be fun and exciting and people that they want to share time with, then they will. And when we're not, well, isn't it better that they spend time with quality people that they really appreciate? And I say that to the point of live your life under the terms that make sense for you. You want to be really good at business. Make sure that your clients want to spend time with you. Don't look to force them to. You want to be really good at have a successful business, have your team want to spend time with you, want to spend time in the business, want to be a part of it all. All these components are really key. Show up the way you want to show up. Show up regularly, persistent, consistent behavior, and be congruent and all that. And I'm kind of connecting the dots here, and I'm talking in a lot of different frameworks. And I want you to get, you want to be a great parent, be a role model. You want to be a great business person, be a role model. You want to be a great team leader, be a role model. Role model how you want them to behave, how you want them to show up, how you want them to act, and watch what happens. Absolutely. Hey guys, welcome aboard. We're connecting the dots and talking about parenting, talking about sales, business, and how the congruency of how you're showing up will dictate how successful you are in all of the above. The congruency with how you're showing up. People will appreciate that and they'll gravitate to it. I teach my kids cause and effect. You want to really shine in business, learn the terms cause and effect and learn how they apply. What I mean by that is you do something, you're absolutely going to get the result of what you do. Seems pretty basic. However, most people think that they get a result regardless or an effect from their actions, regardless of what they do. So, I'm going to be successful. I remember one time I was in a live audience and we had a few hundred people in the room and we were doing some Q&A and this one gentleman got up and he's really upset about his business. His business isn't growing. His business isn't taking off the way he wanted it to. And so through a series of questions, I was like, well, what do you do? And what's your real income producing activity? And well, how often do you do this income producing activity? And well, lo and behold, it wasn't a surprise to the people that really know how to build success and build business. It wasn't a surprise to hear he wasn't working on his business. Matter of fact, he spent less than an hour a day on his business, and most of his day was spent perfecting his golf game. And he golfed almost every day. He golfed at least 9 holes and usually 18 every single day. And he wondered why his business wasn't taking off, why his business wasn't succeeding. I said, we focus on what we want. We spend time on where we want it to expand, what we want quality to be, and we spend time in those arenas. You don't want success in your business, don't spend time in your business. You want success, calculate how much time you're spending in your business and watch what happens. Let's talk about sales. Let's talk about sales for a moment. Now, it's interesting, the stats are so clear. You follow up with your prospects and you will get sales. You don't, you won't. Cause and effect, very simple process. Yet people, statistically, most salespeople and most entrepreneurs, business people, call on their prospects one time. The really good ones call twice. The ones who really have it dialed in, they call on their prospect 3, maybe 4 times. And then they give up. They're done. That's it. They go home. They don't call the prospect ever again. 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 times. And that's it. Here's the challenge. Most sales happen after the 8th contact. You want to get really good. You want to dial up your conversions. You want to create a magnitude in your world. Call on your prospects 12 times to 15 times and watch your sales skyrocket. They don't show up. They don't create a magnitude in 3, 4 calls. And those are the good ones. Absolutely. Call on your prospects. Be really good at follow-up and watch what happens. There's a great rule in sales. Just keep going till you get 5 no's. At least 5 no's. That puts you in the top 60, 70% of all the salespeople and entrepreneurs out there in the world. 5 times. That's it. Just keep calling, connecting, reaching out to. your prospects 5 times or more. Get those 5 no's and watch your sales skyrocket. Consistent, persistent behavior. Follow through. Be there. I know I've taught my children, show up. Now, it isn't just show up just for the sake of showing up. It is showing up because there's a magnitude of success that you could have around being there. You also, when you show up, you beat the odds because most people don't. They don't show up, and they don't show up consistently. Show up in what you do. Show up every day. Show up for your kids, show up for your spouse, show up for your friends, and show up for your prospects every day. Just show up. When you do, magnitude happens. It's that perseverance. And you show up with a work ethic. I know I taught my kids that they absolutely, whatever they're doing, strive to be really good at it. Strive to put your all into it. Strive to go 100%. You're going to show up anyway. You're going to be there anyway. May as well be happy doing it. You're going to show up anyway. May as well go the extra mile. Go the distance. I was so proud, and it was one of those odd things one of my proudest moments was when my son, who is now in college, this was a couple years ago, got the Employee of the Month at Chick-fil-A. Employee of the Month. I was so excited. Why was I excited that he got Employee of the Month? Because I knew he knew this wasn't the job he was going to be having for his life. This wasn't a job that had a future momentum for him. It wasn't something he ever wanted to do long term. And yet he took enough pride in it that he would show up with a work ethic of just giving it his all, to the point where he did beat out people that it was their life. It was what they did every day. It was their future. And yet he still beat them out to get Employee of the Month because he put that extra time and effort into it. Whatever you're doing, just show up. Show up passionately. Show up excited. Show up to be your best at everything you're doing. And I guarantee you, your life will show up to be the best it could ever be in return. That's one of the key messages. Show up for your kids, show up for your clients, show up for your team members. Show up every day being the best you can be, and watch how the abundance comes to you. Watch how it creates a magnitude in your life, a magnitude in your world that you never imagined. The work ethic, the perseverance, just showing up. Some of the secrets of success, you read every biography, any biography, you'll see that in there. Show up, perseverance, work ethic. Just the messages for today. We've got just reaching out with these every single day and just enjoying life. This weekend, we got to spend some time at Halloween and Halloween parties, and that was so much fun. We got to spend time doing some things with my children, looking at some colleges for my younger ones, and just spending some time with my older ones as well. And the family life and the pride that I have in watching that they are creating themselves to be great adults, great members of society, and designing a great life for each and every one of them for themselves. It's the best thing I could ever imagine for my future, for the life that I've built. It all came from stretching myself and really being the best I could be every single day. I am here for all of you so that you can turn to me and say, all right, what do I need to do? I want to be a role model for you. I want to be the person that you can lean on, because one, it's my gift to all of you. And two is it steps me up. Because when I know that it's not just about my kids, that now it's so much more, it's thousands of people all around the world that are turning to me and looking to me for answers, looking for me to be a role model. I continue to step up my game to be there for you because I know you're watching. In turn, be that for other people. Be the person that makes you a better person. Be the person for others that stretches you, challenges you, drives you to another level. Look to be the best you can be. Look to be your fullest potential. Again, is there a connection between business, parenting, sales? Absolutely. Basic laws apply. The principles are the same. Have values, principles, live by them every day. Be consistent in your behavior and your actions. Keep showing up. Easy message, fairly quick message. Wanted to deliver that out to you. I trust all of you are having a safe and happy time of this week, and we've got the Halloween holiday, if you will, and everyone's playing full out with that. Absolutely be safe while you're doing it, and continue to strive to be your best. This is Paul Finck, the Maverick Millionaire. This is Maverick Mondays, and we are here for you talking about how to do it different every single day. Talk to you soon, guys. Bye now.